Previously on The Valley.
Dealing with depression, I want people to know that when you're down, you can pick yourself back up.
So Sol invited some of us to go to Pinot's Palette today to paint.
I decided to move with mine when I was 5.
It means a lot to me.
Alexa said yes to the date.
Would you going to consider talking while you're on your trip and see what happens?
Yeah, it's going great so far, but the rest of it is going to be up to time.
Everybody has something to prove, so what's your story?
These are the best days of our lives. Gonna live like we want to. Do what we gotta do, 'cause this is our time to leave the chains behind and be the dreams that we make. Do you have what it
So it's been a while since I got to see Chris last, because both of our schedules were so busy. He gave me a call and asked me to get a cup of coffee with him and catch up.
It's been a while since we talked, and I asked him if he wanted to meet for coffee at Coffee Emporium in downtown Cincinnati. So looking forward to talking with him and seeing how things have gone. Well, so how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very good. How was your first year at UC?
Loved it.
So what else is new?
Not much. I've been working a lot this summer, serving, that kind of stuff.
So last time we talked and you came out to me.
Yeah.
So what are you? I mean, are you comfortable talking about that? Or?
I am gay.
But you hadn't yet come out to your parents, and you were worried that that wouldn't go so well.
Yeah, I was.
But then you did come out to them, and what happened exactly?
I just kind of sat them down. We just sat out in the backyard, and we were talking, and then I was like, well, I kind of have something serious to tell you, but I think they kind of realized like right away, oh, I kind of know what this conversation is going to go. They're a little sad about it. They basically were like, well, we're not going to disown you or anything. You're my son. We love you forever. But
that's important. Like, that's a really important first step.
For sure, definitely.
Because so many times when you come out, your parents almost go into the closet, and it takes them a long time to accept it and come out as parents of a gay son. So for their immediate reaction at least to be, you're our son, we love you regardless, that's a good first start.
Very, for sure. They knew it was coming, basically, they said, but they said they were a little sad because the way their religion, they believe the religion to be, is that I will go into hell because it's a sin, but they said that that's between me and God.
As you know, I'm a gay as well, and I've gone through struggles with my own family, and hearing from your parents that they think you're going to go to hell because you have feelings that you want to express in terms of love and commitment to another person who just happens to be of the same gender. That has to be tough, though, to hear from your parents that they think you're going to go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little tough. I mean, but I mean, it's kind of something that I've been told like all growing up. So it's not. I've kind of been desensitized by that.
But that's not okay. I mean, it is not okay to just say it's normal for kids or people, young adults, to have to grow up in an environment where their family and their society tells them they're going to go to hell.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to deal with that. I'm glad to hear that Nathan's parents didn't kick him out or disown him, but Nathan is still 19 years old, and he deserves, as all kids do, the full support from his parents and family. So, it's sad and frustrating. I was raised in a religious environment as well. And, all I heard was about God was about love and not judging others and helping people in our community. So it's so hurtful to hear people of faith use their faith as almost as a weapon to judge you and say that you're going to hell. I mean, it just doesn't seem very Christian to me.
Yeah. It's just really nice to get to talk to somebody with a little bit of a different view than what I'm used to recently.
Have you talked about it since you came out to them a year ago?
We just don't talk about it. We don't bring it up because, I mean, it's just, we agree to disagree, basically, I figure.
Everything is not as it should be, and there still is conflict, and they aren't able to talk about it. So So I mean that's sad, and I feel bad for Nathan. But I know that kind of adversity does make a person stronger. And so in the end, I think Nathan will be a better person for it. But it doesn't mean that it's really tough to get through. As you know, the Supreme Court just made marriage equality legal in all 50 states.
Yeah.
And I've heard from my own relatives, we respect you, but we just think marriage should be between a man and woman. We disagree with you. And I have to tell you that sexual orientation and my equality and your equality, I don't think it's something you can agree or disagree with. It's hurtful to me to say that to hear that your parents disagree with who you are. You deserve a family. Everyone deserves a family where your parents want to know about your life and want to celebrate the fact that if you find someone and you want to be committed to him, that should be something that we celebrate and not tear down.
Yeah, there are definitely steps that we still need to go through, A lot of things have changed, my environment, coming out and all that kind of stuff. So things are just constantly changing. And on top of that, I'm also a young adult.
Something that I kind of live by, that I always feel like is a good motivation or a good philosophy for others, and it comes from the movie A League of Your Own. And the quote is, it's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great. Yeah. And I think for you, you're still 19.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are still going to be, and for all of us, there's going to be some really tough moments, but it really is those moments that I think define who you are, and in the end make life better and more complete, and it all worth it. So I think Nathan has a really bright future ahead, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
So life's a little tough. Everyone's got their story. Everyone's got a problem. It's just really important to just keep trucking along. Things might not get better. I mean, there's no promise of that, but you never know unless you actually try. So it's very important just to keep on going.
All right, well, it was great to see you.
Definitely.
Hopefully we can catch up again
For
soon.
sure.
Good luck this year at UC.
Thank you.
And it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. So it was really nice to get to catch up with Chris and have a little bit more progressive viewpoint given back to me and kind of bring up, pep talk me basically.
Coming up on the Valley.
We're gonna rent some canoes a little bit, lay out, enjoy some sun. And
The scariest thing in the actual world happened.
I'm here at West Milton today at Barefoot Canoe. I decided to bring a few of my friends, Sol, Noelle, and Aaron. We're gonna rent some canoes a little bit, lay out, enjoy some sun, and explore a little bit down the river, and hopefully we have a good experience here.
How you doing, guys? Brian.
How are you
Brian, good.
Brian,
Good
pleasure
to
to
meet you, sir. Good to meet
you for having
Thanks for coming out. Absolutely. Thanks for coming out to Barefoot Canoe here in West Milton. What we're going to do today is we're going to stick you in the water here, but I got to shout out some instructions to you real quick. But what we'll do is we'll take you inside, take care of some paperwork, and we'll get you loaded and out of here.
All right. How are we doing this evening arrangements?
I think it's Aaron and I. You good?
Good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be with Ryan.
Me and Noelle decided to be in the same canoe today because we know Ryan and Sol don't get along too well. We thought we would provoke it a little bit.
I was okay with it. I didn't know if Sol had any experience with canoeing, so I know it's gonna be kind of adventurous, and I was willing to see what her experience is like and see if she's willing to take it or not.
He's strong and he's athletic, and I knew that I would be in good hands. The scariest thing in the actual world happened. There was a spider this big, and they're like, oh, let's jump off this little branch or whatever.
Sol was freaking out. She was like crying a little bit over it. Like, I understand she's like her phobia of spiders, so I was like, Aaron and I decided to tip the boats on the girls, and we're kind of in little battles with each other, so we ended up tipping the boats, and it was crazy.
they started the war, I ended that. You're going down the wrong road when you try to mess with my canoe.
And then there was another flip also that Aaron did to us inside of our own canoe.
We accomplished the having a good day part. It was very relaxing.
The whole time was just crazy. So it was just nonstop fun. I enjoyed it.
Just looking out and seeing how beautiful, this earth is, I feel like really great about being here, and it was really fun.
Oh, what a surprise, taking selfies.
We have to take selfies while there's still greenness in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Today was fun.
It was it was humbling, wasn't it? Oh, you saw that Alexis wasn't here with you?
So asked, like, do you kind of miss Alexis? Like, do you kind of wish she was here? My answer to that would definitely be yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, I'm sad that she didn't.
Did you guys go on a date?
Yeah, I went on a date with her. I was kind of wishing she would be back so I can, first I could say the first week was solid. It was really good. And she texted me, it's like, oh, how do you feel about me leaving and stuff like that? And I was like, I'm fine with it. If you're devoted, basically, if you guys want to, you want to continue working on this, let's work on it. If you don't, let me know. Or you just want to finish out the summer, and when you leave, it's cool. Like
when they first started hanging out, I was like, oh, well, this is not gonna end well. I mean, it's just literally a recipe for disaster.
Do you see yourself with her in a full-blown relationship, like long distance?
We haven't had that discussion yet. I know it's supposed to happen not too long ago, but I understand she's busy and whatnot. Things are kind of distant due to the fact that the time difference, and she's always busy over there, and I totally understand that. I just want her to be happy, so I'm not gonna push her to it. You don't want to be too pushy about it. I'm not trying to do that at all. You know what I mean? So it's whatever it is. If she doesn't want to, I'm an honest person though. If you don't want something, then tell me.
She's in Europe having fun. Why is she gonna call? That's just kind of what you do when you're young.
I think the biggest thing you should probably do is just not have expectations for anything.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree.
As soon as you get your hopes up for something, as soon as you get your hopes up for something, that's how you get knocked down. And
no, I understand that.
Don't you be putting up with no girls that play games, okay? If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. And sometimes you have to take a step back and realize that.
See what happens with it, so whatever. But either way, I still have you guys, right?
You always have a group hug!
Yeah!
All right.
We'll just rock it.
All right, rock it.
I feel like Ryan is super serious and that Alexis is kind of spontaneous, so I think that they would be a good balance for each other. Hopefully they figure things out.
If things go well, pursue it, and if not, it doesn't. I'm into Alexis, so we'll see what happens from that.
Coming up on the Valley, I was dating a boy who had been a passenger in a car accident that happened in a town near me. It was so hard. Today I'm meeting Sol in the Oregon District, and we're just going to hang out and see what's been going on in each other's lives.
Noelle! Hi, love. How are you? Good, I've missed you.
I missed you too.
What have you been up to?
Not a lot. I think just catching up with my boyfriend. Skylar is my boyfriend, and he and I have been together for a year now, and it's going really well. He gets me and I get him, and we go to the gym together, and we play basketball together. We just get along really good.
I'm really glad to hear that things are going better with Skylar, because I just feel like it is difficult to have a balance between new friends and then your serious relationships.
Now that I have this new group of friends, which includes a bunch of attractive guys, I think that Skylar is probably feels a little bit weird about it, but I mean, we have a really trusting relationship, and he knows that I would never do anything behind his back. So, I mean, it's just been nice getting to hang out with Skylar, and then catching up. And it's just also annoying because my ex has still been texting me and texting my family.
Why is he texting your family?
Have I ever told you anything about my ex and all that?
Did you say something bad had happened to him?
Yeah, he had been in a car accident with a couple people, and 3 girls actually had died. So
oh my God.
When I was younger, I was dating a boy who had been a passenger in a car accident that happened in a town near me. I was on my way home, and my ex-boyfriend's mother had texted me and said that he was in reconstructive surgery for his face. I got to the hospital and walked in, and his mom ran up to me and said that 3 girls had died. I don't even know. Sorry. It was so hard because someone that close to you had seen something so horrific and something that you would never want to see in your life. I just wanted nothing to do but to be there for him. And it taught me how strong I am and what I can deal with and how precious life really is. So obviously I had to be there for him. And but now I think that he just clings to the idea that he and I are still going to be together when we're not. I have an amazing boyfriend right now. I would not see myself with him again. I think that he probably would see himself with me, but at this point, I just want to move on and explore and see what else is out there.
Okay, so the biggest problem would be, how does Skylar feel about this?
I think that Skylar at the beginning felt bad for him just because of what he had gone through, but now he's just over it. The way that Skylar feels about my ex-boyfriend trying to get in contact with me is, at first he felt really bad for him, and he wanted, he kind of wanted the same things that I wanted, but eventually it just didn't stop. Your ex-boyfriend trying to talk to your family, and you're the current boyfriend, it's gonna piss you off.
For you, it's harder because it's I loved him in the past, and I hate to see him go through this, and that's the part of you that wants to be a good person, but he's not being respectful to your boyfriend, your family, or you.
I know.
And that's not your problem,
I know. I think right now he might be struggling with where to go in life. I wanted to help him as much as I could, and it's just hard when you try so hard to help someone, and they're kind of just stuck.
Yeah, I'm sure things will be okay with that.
This summer, I definitely think that Sol and I have gotten so close, and I'm so glad that she listened to what I had to say, and she definitely gave me a lot of good feedback.
I really got to run, and where did you say you're going?
I'm actually going to the Dragons field to meet
no
one of the
way.
players. Yeah, I think we're going to talk about how fitness impacts kids and how they need it in their life and stuff. So
I am so glad that there's actually a program for that, and it's so important for children. So you go do your thing, and give the baseball player my number. Let's go, girl.
When I was younger, I was overweight. It's hard, you want to fit in with everyone, but you can't. And they're all very thin and very short, and you're not. So that kind of makes you, obviously sad. I fell into depression whenever I was about in middle school. So I started to swim with my sister. She was a lifeguard at a pool. She had me swim, and then also I was tall, so then I thinned out eventually. From personal experience, I definitely think that it's so important that kids get into health and fitness when they're younger, because it's so hard dealing with obesity when you're really young. Today I'm heading to Fifth Third Field to play catch and talk fitness with a player from the Dayton Dragons. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? I'm a hugger.
Oh, I'm all sweaty though. Be careful.
That's okay.
How you doing? I'm Jimmy.
Good, how are you? I'm Noelle.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I heard you're in college.
I am in college. I go to the University of Cincinnati.
Okay, that's cool. The Bearcats, right?
Yes, go Bearcats.
Okay, cool.
So I ended up meeting with outfielder Jimmy Pickens, and he's a really cool guy, and I would definitely give him Sol's number.
Have you ever played baseball before?
No.
Okay, are you into fitness?
I am into fitness.
Okay.
When I was growing up, actually, I had battled with kind of obesity when I was younger, and then now it's very important to me to stay into fitness, and that's also a reason why it's cool to be here today, because I know that you guys are very active and you have to stay very physically fit.
Oh yeah, every day we're out here from about 1 o'clock until about 4, and then we go eat some peanut butter and jelly, get some protein, and then we're back out for the game at about 7:05. So it's a dream come true. I'm getting to play professional baseball and have a shot to play for the Cincinnati Reds one day.
That's great. I love that. I think that it's really important that we maybe pass that along to children growing up. I think it's important, people like you being a role model, with fitness and making that for kids to look up to.
Yeah, exactly. Growing up, I was outside playing sports. Had 3 brothers, so the house was always doing something. I never wanted to stay inside and play video games.
I think it's great that Jimmy's a role model and inspires healthy lifestyles, and I think that we should all do the same.
Went to Michigan State, go Spartans, and played baseball there and stuff. So it's pretty tough being in Ohio. Everyone thinks I'm
how's
Michigan.
that go?
It's fine, so it's no problem.
Well, we have this whole field.
Yeah, let's go play some catch.
You want to?
Sounds
okay,
good.
Let's do it.
Let's play some baseball. After you.
Thank you. I'm about to play ball with a minor leaguer, and I'm very nervous because I am horrible at playing softball or baseball or whatever the difference is. I don't know. Do I throw underhand or is it just
No, you can throw overhand.
little American going on right now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Old pastime. Oh, there you go. Underhand. But see, we're on a baseball field, so you don't want to ever throw underhand.
No?
No.
Why?
Because
What is
that's for the softball field.
Oh, okay. I'm really glad that I got to hang out with Jimmy today and that he and I got to talk about fitness and he got to tell me some things and I got to tell him my backstory. Well, thank you for having me out here tonight.
You're welcome. You
I
had
really
fun?
appreciate it. Yes,
That's
I loved
awesome.
it.
Good. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. He definitely had an understanding and I'm so happy that I met with him today.
Hopefully you can make it to the game tonight.
Oh, well, probably. My parents have season tickets, so.
Sounds good.
Next time on The Valley.
So I just got back from Europe from like 6 weeks now, I think, and I thought it would be a really fun idea to take everyone to the escape room.
Me and my buddy Ryan are here to train our pastor. I work to change his life in the gym while he's already changed my life outside of the gym. I invited some friends out here to the Celtic Festival today and volunteer some help for the kids.
I'm at Seelbach Ranch.
What I thought was going to be a horseback riding event is now turning into a trick riding event.